This chapter is over an hour and 16 minutes long, but I do think it's interesting as speculation. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I won't put a whole bunch of comments on it, but I will point out things that are similar so that maybe it might make some sense. But there won't be any other comments. Okay. Anyway, Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 34. It seems to cover the whole 18th dynasty. And the 18th dynasty is classified as the first dynasty of the New Kingdom period. It boasts several of Egypt's most famous pharaohs, including Tutankhamun, the Thutmose dynasty for the 4 pharaohs named Thutmose. Its famous pharaohs of that dynasty include Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, his queen Nefertiti, and then there was King Nefertiti, which I assume they believe is the iconic Queen Nefertiti. MAN 3452. Now as the years went down into dust, the land of Egypt crumbled and began to fall apart. Narfare, because she followed the pure light, could not dwell with Pharaoh while the life he led was an abomination against purity. She was an ever faithful one, though in her disgust she must have been tempted to be otherwise. The queen removed herself and her household in the 15th year of the reign of Nebaton. It was then put about by those who licked the feet of Pharaoh that she was a fickle woman of wanton ways. They said she was an adulteress and called upon her beauty to bear witness against her. What they said was false. It is equally false that all beautiful women are fickle and wanton. True, such women may be subjected to greater temptations, but if they resist these, are they not so much the greater? Are they not so much more what a beautiful woman should be? The true inspiration of men? Surely there can be no doubt that the Pharaoh was abnormal. For how could any but an abnormal one treat such a woman thus? Narfare sought refuge in Labados, where there was a secret shrine to the great god, and resigned herself to a life of great virtue. With her went the master, then on the threshold of manhood, but his true mother did not go with them. MAN 3453. Without the temple gates at Labados, beneath a sycamore tree, dwelt a 3-eyed man, Hippoa, one who could foreknow the future, who had the gift of far-seeing, but he was aged and infirm. One day, the master chanced to pass that way, and he came upon Hippoa, as some youths mocked him and cast sand upon his head. Then the heart of the master was filled with wrath, and taking up the staff of Hippoa, which lay upon the ground, he laid it on the backs of the youths, and they were discomfited. When they had fled, he succored the old man, and returning into the city, brought forth food, so that Hippoa ate and was made content. Then the master sat at the feet of Hippoa and heard his words, for they were words of wisdom and truth. Hippoa was one who knew the mystery of the great God and the secrets of the hidden places, for he was one of the twice-born. Thus, the master became the old man's staff. Eventually, the day came when the two journeyed to a secret place within the wilderness, so that the master might approach the threshold.